Welcome back, everyone. This is the final Exodus. I am about to deliver another prophecy fulfillment flash report, and I'm going to try to make this brief. But I have to tell you, this is one of the hardest videos I'm going to ever have to do. And it may be terribly difficult for you to watch, because what I'm about to reveal to you, most people are very unaware of. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know where you sit, but I will be warning you as we go. So let's get started with rumors of wars. There is a scripture, Matthew 24:6, that's Jesus says, in the last days, you'll be hearing of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not frightened, for those things must take place, but that is not yet the end. So he says there, you'll be hearing of wars, but you'll also be hearing of rumors of wars. I've really prayed about that. What does that mean? Have you ever thought about that? Rumors of wars? Rumors? Just rumors of wars? What is a rumor? Let's just take a look here real quickly at what a rumor is. It's gossipy. It's hearsay. It's speculation. It's doubtful truth. Doubtful, huh? Can you think of any rumors of wars? Well, when I get done with this video, you're going to be able to identify what a rumor of war is, and it's happening in our time. And time is very short, because the prophetic scriptures are being fulfilled more than ever in our very day. And there are massive, and I'm saying massive, rumors of wars. But before I get to the rumors of wars, I have to lay a foundation. So I'm going to lay a little foundation with you. Follow along with me, and I'll start with the schemes of the devil. One of the biggest lies I was ever taught is that you don't have to understand the devil's schemes. You don't have to know that. I mean, think about that. So, do we have awareness of the devil's schemes? Well, look at 2 Corinthians 2:11 and what that says, and then we'll check out this Ephesians verse too. So first, 2 Corinthians 2:11. So that no advantage would be taken of us by Satan, for we are not ignorant of his schemes. We are not ignorant of his schemes, are we? Or are we? I'd say we're very ignorant of his schemes. And I have to say, the biggest wake-up for me in the last 7 years, I don't know, maybe going back 10, has been the schemes of the devil. And people think, why do you even need to know that, Mitch? Why do you need to know that? Well, because if you're not aware of your opponent's schemes, you will fall to them. So that no advantage would be taken of us by Satan, for we are not ignorant of his schemes. Let that just sink in a little bit. It says in Ephesians 6:11, put on the full armor of God, so that you will be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. What is the full armor of God? Go look it up. But one of the I'm going to have to show you, I guess, because I want to show you here one of the characteristics of the full armor of God. Now let's go down here and look at this. I want to show you here that you should gird your loins with truth. And some of the truth you need to gird your loins with is pertaining to the devil's schemes. So we're going to get into some of that in regard to rumors of wars. So can you name some of the schemes of the devil? Just get a list out and start writing them down. And I think the first one that comes to all of our mind is lies. The lie is his biggest scheme. He uses the lie and weaves it with the truth. But he has other schemes as well. So now we're going to go into the heart of this, and I want to say to all of you, if you're a weak person, you're a very weak person, do not go any further. Save yourself the anxiety and shut off this video, because I'm not here necessarily to strengthen the weak. I'm not here to give you new news. I'm really here to strengthen the frontline soldiers in the Lord, to strengthen you out there so that you can nurture those people who are weak in their faith. So that's my job. So if you're a strong soldier, hang in there, because I'm going to show you some things, and you probably already know all this. Perfect. I hope you do. So let's go on. So this is going to be some tough stuff, you guys. Really tough stuff. So just take a look here. This deception that's coming in the days that we're living. The one who's coming in accord with the activity of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, false wonders, with all the deception of wickedness for those who perish. That's what's coming, right? So I have to ask you, as I've asked myself, can you list out any places where you see this happening? Because if you can't discern any rumors of wars, and you can't list out any lying wonders and signs and deception of wickedness, if you can't list that out, that's a problem. And it's because, and the reason people can't see this stuff is because we're not loving the truth. We did not receive the love of the truth so as to be saved. For this reason, even, God will send upon these people here a deluding influence, so that they will believe what is false. What would they believe that is false? You mean a rumor of war? Sure. People are believing the rumors in order that they may be judged who did not believe the truth but took pleasure in wickedness. So God doesn't call us to walk in the darkness and not understand these things. We need to understand what it means to have a rumor of a war. So just one more thing. I wanted to show you this. In the last days, this is going to be difficult because people are being set up for judgment. And let the one who does wrong still do wrong, and the one who is filthy be filthy still. And let the one who is righteous still practice righteousness, and the one who is holy still keep himself holy. What side do you want to be on? Right? You want to be on the side of righteousness and holiness, don't you? Okay, so I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to strengthen you for that. Let's work. I should say, correct me now, come on. God will strengthen you through me, right? I pray. Okay, so let's go back over here. I don't need that. I don't know how that did that. Okay, so let's go back over here and start looking at this. And this is where it gets really tough, you guys. But you probably already know this. The American government, let's take a little look at that before we look at rumors. The American government. I tell people when they're looking at the American government, follow the money. So let's start there. Where did we go wrong in the American government? Where did we go wrong as a government? I'll tell you where we went wrong. It's back when they chose to create fiat money. You probably already know all about this. The IRS and the Federal Reserve Bank. You say, no, oh, these are very good things. Okay, you're going to need to do your research. I'm not going to spoon feed this to you. Go look it up. Go look this stuff. And one of the things go look it up. And one of the things you can look at is YouTube of William Cooper. And I'll put a connection to him below. But you can just Google his name, William Cooper. I'm not saying I advocate everything he said. He comes across a bit arrogant. but I'm going to say he sure does know a lot, and that was years ago when he taught this. So there's a lot to be known, and you can start to listen to what the people know and start to learn about these things. But I'm saying follow the money. If you want to see where the problems are, follow the money. And one of the characteristics that the Americans believe in right now is that we have a Democratic and a Republican government. Guys, that's not true. That's just put out there for your face. Both of those camps are in bed together. They are all members of the globalist community. They're all globalists. How you doing with this? You do not have an American government. It has been hijacked. It's been hijacked? Who hijacked it? Just follow the money. Who are the owners of the central bank? Do you know who the richest people in the world are? Do you? Are you saying Bill Gates? Not even close. He has chicken change compared to these guys that I'm talking about. And you'll never know who they really are. These guys that I'm talking about own the banks. They own the central banks. They own the Federal Reserve Bank. Go look it up. You think we own it? No. As people say, it's not federal and there are no reserves. It's just a name. Why am I telling you guys this? Well, I have to tell you something else. I have to tell you about false flags that come from this global government. False flags? Have you heard of false flags? You need to become an expert at what false flags are. False flags. I'll tell you where the term false flags came from. It's an old Navy concept that when you were out to sea, you would simply raise the flag of your enemy. And if your ship looked like theirs, they would come near you because they saw the flag. Pretty simple little trick, but it didn't work very long. They actually had to start really dressing up their ships and making sure that that their ship looked like the enemy ship so they could draw them in and blow them out of the water. Well, that didn't work very long, so what happened was it took another step up. They would actually spend a lot of money to do this. They would create a ship and put it out to sea. And when the enemy saw, so they'd create a ship that looked like the enemy's ship, and when the enemy was coming close, they would bomb the ship, their own ship. They'd knock it down. They'd knock it right out of the water. Well, that made it really something that the enemy saw as, wow, these guys are with us. So they would come close and then they'd blow them up. That's called a false flag. And it's gone a long way in our society. So I want to show you a contemporary version of a false flag. So I'll give you a little definition here of a false flag. The contemporary term, false flag, describes covert operations that are designed to deceive in such a way that activities appear as though they are being carried out by entities, that they appear to be carried out by groups or nations other than those who actually planned and executed them. Do you understand what that means? I'll explain. Hang on. Operations carried out during peacetime by civilian organizations as well as covert government agencies can, by extension, also be called false flag operations if they seek to hide the real organization behind the operation. Do you get it a little bit? What this is governments will do something and blame somebody else. That's called a false flag. Now, why would they do that? Well, the ends, it's a good question. Why? The ends justify the means. But here's the deal. Now listen to me, guys. Listen to me. This why question is a really important question. But you and I really have trouble with it. You know why? Because you have a good heart. You have a good heart. So when you ask why, you say, it would be like this. What virtuous reason would somebody do that? Well, you don't need a virtuous reason. Not if your goal is greed and power and control and fame, right? So when we ask why do false flags exist, we can't necessarily ask with a virtuous intention. These people are not virtuous. The scheme of the devil is not virtuous, guys. The schemes of the devil are only virtuous to those who do them. Right? Right? Okay. So these false flag events villainize other people and nations. That's what they're intended to do. They're intended to villainize other people and nations. Now, this gets worse. This is really, really going to get a lot worse. Check this out. All of you who think that the United States of America, we're the good guys, right? We're the good guys. Everybody else is the bad guy, right? And the people who side with us, they're the good guys too, right? Those are all good guys. Well, I want to tell you something. Under God's heaven, there is no good guy. Read the Bible. There is no good guy. They're all bad guys. Only the Lord of heaven and earth, the one who created it all, he's the good guy. Do you know America? America, check this out, has over 800 military, or nearly 800 military bases in over 70 countries. That's even after closing hundreds of bases in Iraq and Afghanistan. It still has nearly 800 military bases. We have bases all over the world. Check out the maps. Go look it up. Britain, France, and Russia combined have about 40 foreign bases. What are we doing in all those countries? What are we doing in all those? Well, we're the good guys. We're policing the world for good. Really? Globalist false flag, North Korea. What is North Korea doing? They own nuclear weapons? Ha! Are you watching the news? Do you believe that stuff? Even if North Korea owns nuclear weapons, what are they going to do? We're provoking this. We're provoking this, and do you know why? Do you know why there's a rumor of a war with North Korea? Do you know why? Do you? They're being set up, guys, because we have a United States of America that only operates under defense. We're not offensive. We don't go after people. Okay, so we're this big old fat bully and we keep poking North Korea with a stick, and we're poking them and we're poking them and we're poking them. And the media is telling us there's a war coming. And we keep poking them. Do you know why? Do you? Here it is, right here. I want to tell you, here are the facts. This is how I'm going to end this video. America is not the good guy. We are bringing about the New World Order. America is heading up the United Nations. You should know that, right? And we are heading up a new world order. Do you know what the old world order is? American news propagates rumors of wars. And why do you think that is? American news prepares the people for a false flag attack on America. There's going to be a false flag attack on America? What do you mean, Mitch? The so-called attack on America will justify the next war. Who's going to attack America? Mitch? It won't be North Korea. I can pretty much guarantee that. Who would it be, Mitch? It's going to be America that will attack America. Just like bombing that ship. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? So you can justify the next war. Oh, Mitch, that doesn't happen. Yes, it does, and it has happened numerous times. Many of you know this stuff, right? I bet you're going to leave me a comment below. I'll bet you will. Because you know, right? You know. America will initiate the next war to advance its agenda, which is the New World Order. If you believe the lies, you are complicit in the crime. And I'm really sad. I really think that most Americans are going right along with the media. I talk to these Americans in my clinic every day, and I'm really sad to see what I'm hearing or to hear what I'm hearing. I'm sad for the ignorance, the closed eye, the sleepiness of the American society. And I don't think my subscription group is like that at all. I'm pretty sure you guys are not like this. I'd like to know how this video hit you. Did you know these things? If you didn't know these things, tell me. If you know these things, tell me. I would sure like to get a heartbeat of my audience and see really where you guys are at. And if it's hard for you to believe, I understand that. If it's too difficult for you to believe, I understand that. I'm going to have some other links in the bottom there of videos that I've watched in relationship to some of this stuff. You should take a look at some of this too. So blessings to you guys. We'll talk to you soon.